Here's a guy who was pretty interesting and I wanted to talk to. Let's talk about Curtis Lazar, the guy who just pretty much was on the Boston Bruins, now signed with the Vancouver Canucks to a 3-year deal during free agency, and fans were pretty excited because this guy is a BC native. He grew up a Canucks fan and plays a very hard-nosed style that was pretty much something that Vancouver was missing from their lineup last season. And I'm expecting him to be the team's fourth-line center, bringing long-term and cost-efficient stability to a position they've had problems properly filling the last few seasons. And since entering the NHL, Lazar has had to adapt to his game. He was a very prolific scorer in junior. He never developed into an offensive weapon at the pro level. Instead, he just became a dependable two-way center who can kill penalties and play a physical game. Last season with the Boston Bruins, Lazar scored 8 goals and added 8 assists in 70 games on Boston's fourth line. And despite being a center, he played the majority of the season on the right wing besides Thomas Nosek. He's a versatile in that he can play up the line when injuries occur and play a style that matches the game plan of head coach Bruce Boudreau. This is a player that gets in on the forecheck, fights for loose pucks, and plays with speed. He is also a wrecking ball, having thrown 186 hits last season, which is a feat only one player, which is Luke Schenn, has accomplished during the 2021-22 season. If fans enjoyed the way Tyler Mott played on the ice these last few seasons, they are going to love what the salmon-arm native will bring to the organization. While he has evolved into a bottom six forward at the NHL level, in the Western Hockey League, Lazar was a star. In 199 regular season games, he finished his career with 99 goals and 169 points while playing for the Edmonton Oil Kings. He was an impact player that helped Edmonton to 2 Memorial Cups, winning one in 2014 and making it to 3 straight WHL finals from 2012 to 2014. While he may not score 41 goals for the Canucks as he did with the Oil Kings, having a winning culture is important to have in this organization. And on top of his success in the WHL, he also won gold at the Ivan Hlinka Memorial Tournament for Canada in 2013 and was named to the World Junior Team in 2014 and in 2015, captaining Canada to a World Junior Gold in 2015. He is a player who's had a long history of success in winning championships and leadership roles. The hope is that he can bring his winning pedigree to Vancouver and help them host a playoff game at Rogers Arena for the first time since the 2014-15 season. One issue the Canucks have faced in the past is finding the perfect fourth-line center. Last season, they used Juho Laminko in that spot, but there were elements of his game, like his overall speed and physicality, that pretty much didn't fit into Boudreau's style, and despite playing fewer games, Lazar has pretty much bested himself in almost every statistical category, including points, Corsi for percentage, block shots, and hits. While Laminko was effective, the Canucks did upgrade the fourth-line center with position with Lazar. While Laminko was pretty much effective, I think the Canucks did a better job and they did upgrade the fourth-line center position with Lazar without breaking the bank. One other advantage of signing Lazar is that he's right-handed. May not seem like a lot, but it is pretty much, because Vancouver's roster is primarily built of left-handed forwards, with all of their centers from last season being left shot. It was important that the Canucks added some variety to their lineup, as it not only should help them with their weak side faceoffs, but also provide them with different shooting angles in the offensive zone. This should make it more difficult for opposing goaltenders, as they will need to change their positioning when he has the puck. Overall, he provides the Canucks with a lot more options than his predecessor did, and will make the fourth line a lot more stronger. It's going to be a big threat when he's on the ice. And last but not least, I mentioned this pretty much a little bit earlier, but I talked about how Lazar should help the penalty kill, and he was primarily bought to fill the fourth-line center position in Boston, and now in Vancouver, he's doing the same thing. The other reason why he's pretty much here is to work on the penalty kill, because last season, he just played over 110 minutes on the ice, shorthanded, holding the opposition to 44 high-danger chances and 12 total goals allowed. He was a big reason why Boston finished 9th overall on the penalty kill during the regular season, as he made life difficult for his opponents thanks to his strong defensive zone coverage and ability to get down the ice to pressure the opposition into quick breakouts from their own zone. Bringing in Lazar gives the Canucks more options when it comes to the penalty kill. This is a group that finished 30th overall in the league last season, so any help will be welcomed. His addition will also allow Vancouver to rest players like JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, and Bo Horvat, so they will be able to focus on the offensive part of the game. Watching the Canucks play, it was obvious they needed to get faster and tougher to play against. Lazar fills both of those needs, and while his impact on the ice will not show up on the score sheet much next season, he will be an integral part of the lineup during the 2022-23 season. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.